Dos Santos said he's going to feel him out for the first round and take him out in the second.
I think Tai wants to get this thing started.
Never shied away from a scrap in his life as Bam Bam.
I love this nonchalant confidence that Tai Tuivasa has been putting out all week. He's like, yeah, I'm here to fight. Oh, chases after him for a right hand. Got to be careful of that.
He's up against a very technical boxer tonight, is Tuivasa. A man who really enjoys employing his boxing work. Yes, he covers everything, but boxing is his true love.
If I'm Tai Tuivasa, the first thing I've seen is when JDS jabs to the body, the line of his chin is wide open for a right hand. And Tai's not going to take too many of those kicks before he decides to pull the trigger. Edging forward is Tuivasa, controlling the centre. He knows JDS can be on his toes for 25 minutes.
Yes, indeed he can. He's proved that time over in huge fights. This the biggest fight for Tai Tuivasa. It really does start tonight, Dan, with this fight against Junior Dos Santos. A win here is absolutely huge.
Well, you know, it puts him in a name like JDS. You're only getting tough fights from this point onwards. I mean, he's had some tough fights in the UFC so far, but this is definitely a step up. You've got to think Andre Arlovski was a good litmus test for him. See where he's at, see how his condition is and his patience. And he came through that with flying colours. But JDS, is at a different point of his career. Still very much a contender for this title, in my opinion.
We need to mention that the first time Tuivasa had been out of the first 3-round fight. This is scheduled for 5 rounds. How much does Tuivasa have in reserve? Will indeed he keep his reserves? Is he going to try and blast out the former champion?
He's doing it. Oh, that was a beautiful right hand from JDS as Tai Tuivasa steps in. Eats it like a ham sandwich though, no bother at all. Elbow on the break. He just looks so calm as Tai Tuivasa. You can tell he's got a lot of fight experience, even if it's not professional.
Yeah, he's made it very well known that he has a brawling style.
Called on the kicks from JDS. Surely he was expecting those spinning kicks, and that seems to be something that JDS does when he is backed up against the fence. When he's struggling to find an avenue for his boxing, he tends to throw those spinning high kicks, which, I mean, they can work. We've seen them work against Mark Hunt, but they also can leave you exposed.
They've scalped big men in the past.
Loss of footing there. I think that was Tai Tuivasa appreciating that JDS wanted none of the ground game.
Well, these two actually did go at it over social media in the build-up to this. Tuivasa, not normally someone who really engages in that stuff. He's a happy-go-lucky chap. But JDS had something to say about the way that he's announced. He's a street fighting style, I think he's asked Bruce Buffer to say in the past. JDS said it was disrespectful to the sport. Oh, that's a big uppercut. But Tuivasa's still there. Tuivasa's shadow is still over JDS.
Tuivasa's doing a great job of cutting JDS off. Look at this. So every time JDS circles to his beautiful leg kick, that's a game changer. He's swelling already on the outside of the knee.
JDS is still standing, however.
There's swelling already on the outside of the knee of JDS. The calf's bruising up. There's some redness there as well. Nice punches on the inside.
Dirty boxing from Tuivasa. The mobility of JDS.
Right on the chin. It's a big position from JDS.
Shot, then smashed him with a leg kick, taking away the mobility, something that JDS relies on.
Certainly damaged the lead leg. It's a great game plan, as you said, John. That footwork is now going to be certainly hindered by the low kicks. You can see JDS is stepping heavy on that lead leg. Doesn't nearly have the mobility that he did early in that round. And if you can take that away in the first round, you've got 20 minutes to find that power shot to the chin.
Oh, nice over the top. from Tuivasa. He's having success at range, in the mid-range and in close quarters. Crashing forward once again is Bam Bam.
Counter left hook from JDS as Tai Tuivasa came in. He's powering that overhand over the top.
JDS with his mouth open, taking deep breaths, looking to use intelligent head movement to get off to the side and get his jab working. That's nice work.
Oh, that was a good check. That was a good check from JDS.
That's one back by the Brazilian.
Every time Tuivasa feels like he has JDS lined up, he's pitching that right hand like a fastball.
We've seen nerve damage in these low leg kicks before. Sometimes that
from Demetrius Johnson was a lack of mobility he had in his ankle, but was able to come through that. That was a good shot. Oh! Tuivasa went down!
JDS with a big shot.
He's taking a look, but JDS is pouring the pressure on here.
It's another knockdown for the record breaker. Nice and heavy inside control as Tuivasa tries to clear his head.
There was too much enthusiasm in that right hand. Tai Tuivasa's only thinking about the finish here. He's expecting every one of these shots to land, and when it doesn't, he's leaving himself extended, and you can't do that against a fighter like JDS.
Tuivasa was going for the underhook, but he gave away the mount. JDS with posture, raining down big hammers.
Full mount, he's striking from the bottom, which tells me he doesn't have an escape route
like
here.
King Kong, he smashes his way to victory.